Yoda is actually the biggest idiot in Star Wars. I know this sounds like pure heresy, but if you actually look at the prequels without the nostalgia goggles, Yoda is the single biggest liability the Jedi Order ever had. Everyone treats him like this 900-year-old beacon of wisdom, but his actual track record is basically weaponized incompetence. If I'm being real, even Jar Jar Binks is smarter in some key ways. Let's just start with the most glaringly obvious fumble, the clone army. Yoda finds out that a massive top-secret army was commissioned by a dead Jedi. The genetic template for this army is a bounty hunter, Jango Fett, who is actively working for Count Dooku and the Separatists. Yoda's response to this massive neon-flashing red flag? Yeah, dog, let's immediately make these guys the backbone of our entire galactic military strategy. Bro completely ignores the sketchy origins of the clones just because it was convenient. Then there is the Coruscant situation. The Jedi literally built their temple on top of an ancient Sith shrine. Yoda openly admits that the dark side is clouding his vision and that the Sith are back. Palpatine is basically operating right across the street, consolidating power, and Yoda just sits in his little floating chair going, clouded the dark side is. Bro, get up and do an investigation. This is where the Jar Jar comparison actually matters. People hate Jar Jar because he got manipulated into proposing the emergency powers for Palpatine. But Jar Jar was an outcast from a swamp who got thrust into galactic politics completely out of his depth. His mistakes were born of genuine ignorance. Yoda was the Grandmaster of the Jedi Order for centuries, deeply entrenched in galactic politics, and he still got completely outplayed by a guy he probably had meetings with every single week. Jar Jar's foolishness was an accident. Yoda's foolishness was systemic arrogance. Jar Jar also actually manages to fail upward and survive battles by adapting on the fly. Yoda refuses to adapt to anything. Look at his emotional intelligence. It's in the negatives. Anakin comes to him, clearly terrified and traumatized by visions of someone he loves dying. He desperately needs a mentor, some psychological help, or just basic human empathy. Yoda basically hits him with the, damn, that's crazy, just let her die, bro. Attachments are bad routine. He runs the Jedi Order like a toxic corporate workplace, and then acts shocked when the heavily armed, emotionally unstable teenager flips to the one guy, Palpatine, who actually listens to his problems. And finally, his grand plan at the end of Episode 3. He fights Palpatine once. He drops his lightsaber, falls down, and immediately decides, failed I have. What does he do? Does he regroup with Obi-Wan so they can jump Palpatine 2-on-1? Does he lead a resistance? No. He decides the most logical move is to go live in a swamp on Dagobah and eat frogs for 20 years while the entire galaxy burns to the ground. Yoda wasn't wise. He was just some old, complacent boomer who too deeply tied to a dogmatic religion to see what was right in front of him. The fall of the Republic is entirely on his shoulders.